and Kinne were out here at Texas State Pro Day. How did it go out there? How did you feel about watching your former players go out there and show off for the scouts?
Yeah, mixed feelings. I wish they were all back. You know, a bunch of really good players. Man, I think these NFL scouts were really impressed by what they saw. That they tested really well. I think a couple of guys, maybe rose up some draft boards in some guys' eyes. A lot of questions about some kids. So that's always good to see. Now the film's always the most important, right? The film's the most important, but this is just a time to check some boxes and maybe for some guys that weren't on some boards to get on there. So man, I thought they performed really well, representing Texas State the right way.
Yeah.
What's your role today?
For me, I'm just answering any questions. I was talking to Kev earlier. I know a bunch of these guys. They either scouted me when I was coming out, or just a couple of these guys I shared cubicles with the Eagles. Really just answering any questions, and they know I'm going to tell them the truth, and they know what I'm telling them is solid information, and I'm not trying to lie to anyone or anything like that. So, for me, I'm here to support and really to go see these guys perform one last time out here for me.
How big is it you making all these connections with all these scouts that knowing in the future it could help one of your guys be a
Yeah,
pro?
it is big, and that's why for me, I do think it's important for me to come out here and network and shake hands and thank these guys for coming, because it is important. I want the next guy to come out here that has a opportunity to get drafted or make an NFL team, that these teams can count on me to give them solid information. And a lot of these guys, that's what they're doing today. Hey, what do you think about this guy? What do you think about this guy? That who's your top guy for next year? So answering those questions and giving these scouts as much information as possible.
Is there any of your players you thought really established themselves today and maybe that could get picked up later when the draft comes around?
I think Nash Jones probably has a real opportunity. I know he injured himself a little bit, but I think he's got a chance to really either, get drafted or make a team. And there's a bunch of other guys out here that had really solid days that they're really going to help themselves. But I think amongst the scouts that I've talked to, Nash has got a really good opportunity.
How important is
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We saw him walk off. Did he talk to you at all? Is it bad or?
No, it's not bad at all. I think he's just kind of tweaked it a little bit, and his film is so good. These scouts kind of shut him down a little bit. Hey, we know what you can do. He got to do the broad jump and got to run 140 and benched and all that. So really, he got to do everything that he needed to do.
How important is pro day to you when you're building a program?
It's really important. I think for the ability for these guys to show, I think there was, 25, 26 teams represented out here today. It's probably the most ever at Texas State since I've been here for sure. It just shows you the quality of, players that we're bringing in, and these NFL scouts trust us and want to get around these guys and get a lot of Bobcats in the NFL. So that's important for us in recruiting, but, most important for these guys out here to get opportunity.
How important is it to get as many scouts out here as possible?
It's really important. I thought Albert Boone did an unbelievable job, and we had to change some days. I don't know if y'all were following that or not. We had to switch up some days based off some other teams, and we wanted to make sure we gave our guys the best opportunity to go showcase their ability in front of the many scouts as possible. So I thought, Coach Boone did an unbelievable job, talking to the scouts and, hey, this team's going on this day. You probably need to go here. Well, what time? So it wasn't about us. It was about the kids and making sure that we worked around them and got as many scouts here as possible.